Okay, so this is just pretty much a review of today's lesson, but word on the street is that some people, when they're at home, don't listen to me all the time. And believe it or not, I've heard rumors that some people like even shoot baskets, go outside, are playing baseball 9. Yes, I saw baseball 9 being played in the school. I know it's still around. I think Fortnite is dead, but baseball 9 hanging around. Why do they have the massive heads in baseball 9? Very annoying. Okay. We have here a ASAD graph that is in a recession, okay? You got a 50-50 shot, right? We know it's not an equilibrium. So come up with it whatever way you have to remember that if this intersection is to the left of LRAS, we are in a recession. And if it's to the right, it's an expansion, okay? And if it goes right over the middle, then it's an equilibrium. Well, this is clearly not an equilibrium. It is in a recession. We are short of what we're capable of doing. We're in a recession. It's high unemployment, okay? This is bad. We're not producing as much output as the economy is capable of producing, right? This is the economy at full employment. We're not there, all right? What's gonna happen in the long run? Well, we know in the long run, we're gonna get to here. Okay, and what did we say today in class? If the economy is not doing well, all right, there's less pressure on raising wages, use of oil is down, use of commodities is down, those prices are going to fall, and that's going to lead to lower costs of labor, oil, commodities is going to lead to an increase in short-run aggregate supply and take us back to equilibrium right here, and price level is going to go down, okay? But we end up at the equilibrium, okay? All right, so we were here because of lower costs of labor, oil, and commodities. We're able to, companies are able to produce more. Okay, during the pandemic, people weren't able to buy stuff, but costs of oil were certainly down, okay? And people, unfortunately, got let go of their jobs because some actually weren't able to keep their businesses open. And commodities prices came down. What are commodities? Copper, lumber, aluminum, steel, electricity. Important things that so many companies use that they're considered basically common things that everybody uses. Not everybody uses tomato sauce, okay? But everybody uses electricity. The internet is a commodity now, okay? All right, and macro is the land of opposites. All right, so I'm just gonna change this lower to higher and then flip the graph around. And we're gonna have an economy that's in expansion. If the economy is in expansion, it's beyond full employment. So the intersection is going to be to the right, okay, of the full employment lines. I didn't go super far, but all right. So I'm here. We're producing beyond what is a sustainable level of output. Unemployment is lower than full employment. Full employment is, in general, about 5% unemployment, so we might be at 4%, 3% unemployment. We can't sustain that. Costs of labor, oil, and commodities go up. Why do costs of labor go up? Well, listen, I got a lot of opportunities. The economy's humming along, everybody's expanding. If you don't pay me more, I'm gonna leave, okay? All right, so it's easier to negotiate a wage, okay, when the economy's going good. Oil prices are going up. Oil prices are going up right now, okay? The pandemic is people anticipated ending. People expect a lot more construction and use of fuel and energy and transportation to take place. Well, that's why oil's going up, all right? Cost of commodities going up. Copper, electricity. Copper is a very big deal, by the way. I never really knew how big of a deal it was until I started following it a little bit more. So what's going to happen here is short run aggregate supply is going to decrease and take us back to equilibrium this way, okay, because of these higher costs. And then we'll end up back at equilibrium, and price level is going to be going up, okay, in this situation, okay? Remember, we always are going to end up with short run aggregate supply coming back to long run aggregate supply. This is the stake in the ground that we're always going to be coming back to, okay? Can this move? Yes, but really, really, really slowly, okay? And there are certain things, and that's, by the way, if we can move this, increase long run aggregate supply, this is the best thing that can happen to an economy. And you're gonna have to wait until next week maybe to find out how that happens, okay? All right, let's take a look at the ABC graphs of these, and then we'll be done. Ooh, I'm at 6:31, we'll do it real quick. I tell you what, we'll see if we can get these done quickly. If we're in equilibrium, and let's say there's an increase in consumption, okay, we're at equilibrium, we're at point A right here. There's an increase in consumption, aggregate demand increases. Now we're here at point B in expansion. And what's going to happen after that? Well, what did we say? When we're in expansion, there's an expansionary gap. There's going to be higher cost of labor, et cetera. And short run aggregate supply comes back this way, and we're back at long run aggregate supply. Okay? All right? So, and this would be C, okay, back at equilibrium. And it's going to be in reverse. If I have, let's say we have a decrease in consumption. Let's say the stock market goes down a lot and people lose a lot of their wealth. Here we're at A, equilibrium. Decrease in aggregate demand due to stock market crashing or less consumption. Sorry, I broke through the 8-minute barrier. Bummer. I'm here, I'm in a recession at point B, and then what's going to happen? The lower costs of labor, oil, and other commodities are going to lead to short run aggregate supply increasing, taking me back to point C right here. Okay? All right. And those are the 3 videos for Wednesday, March 3rd. Good luck on the SAT to all you juniors. Remember, the word vituperative means to be speaking very harshly at somebody. And the word Ken is not Barbie's boyfriend. Ken is like your field of knowledge or your area of expertise. So like chemistry and biology, that's Mr. McKinley's Ken, okay? Social studies and economics is my Ken. Why do I know these things? Because I got those words wrong on my SAT. And I still remember them to this day. I'm like, what the heck does vituperative mean? And I use it all the time, just so everybody could not know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, take care. I will see you guys on Thursday. Remember, we have a quiz Friday, an e-learning quiz, and everybody's going to do it online, even if you're in school, and it's going to be mega hard because you're going to be allowed to use your notes. So to compensate for the fact that everybody has their notes, it's going to be like impossible. So don't even bother studying.